Hey guys, today is all about this beautiful purple to magenta ombre hair. All right, stay tuned.
As we proceed to give you what you need.
Alright guys, let's get started. The first stage is going to be breaking the base. I'm going to be doing that with my active lift powder bleach in a 30 developer. Please, I say please check the description box. I will have everything that I'm using written there, and I might even have some links for you. Alright, so I'm going to take my Eva wig. If you're interested in seeing a review for that, I will have a link connected in probably some sort of clicking on the screen for those in front of a computer. So right now I am simply taking the back part of the unit and I am sectioning off sections so that when I go into bleach, I don't have to worry about detangling and doing things like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and get those out of the way, comb it out, and yeah, start the process. Here's some really cool tips on lightening your hair prior to using a dye. I normally use hair colors, but this time I'm going to be using a demi dye. As far as lightening the hair, you just want to make sure that all of the hair is lifted to the same level. So I don't have to worry about doing my typical technique for ombre in the hair as far as lightening the ends first and then coming back and reapplying and so on and so on. With this, you can just basically slap the bleach on there and cover it up and let it lift. And that is exactly what I'm going to do throughout the head. Now, you just saw me do a technique where I back combed the hair. This will allow me not to have that blunt end, so when I go to apply my first color, which will be the violet, it won't have that blunt start and blunt end. So yeah, I'm just going to continue to do that technique throughout my whole head. Alright, so let's look at that technique again. You're going to pull your previously parted section down, comb out all tangles, take your coloring comb and back comb the hair at the roots. This will prevent you from having any line of demarcation. I think I left the bleach on this hair for about 20 minutes, and the reason why I had to do that is because this hair was previously colored, so to get it to get as light as I needed it to be, I had to leave the lightener on there a little bit longer. Okay, here comes the fun part. As you can see, I am using Pravana Chrome Silk Vivids. Please, I repeat, please check the About box so you can get all the details in the colors that I used. But I'm going to start off with my different color bowls so I can keep track of what colors and what order I want to do them in. I basically used violet to wild orchid to magenta to a pale pink. But yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. As you can see, my unit has already been lifted and I let it air dry. As you can see, I simply sectioned the wig off into 4 large sections. I will take one of the large back sections and start doing my application of the Pravana. I am using a clip to hold the foil. It's a little trick. It's a cheat, but hey, it works. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start applying the darkest color at the base. And I am going into that dark hair. Even though I didn't lighten that, it's okay. That purple is still going to kind of pop in the light. It's going to pop because of the lightener and it's going to pop in the light. Now, I take each one of my colors and I simply work them in a downward motion, overlapping a little bit so you kind of have that really pretty perfect blend. Place a long piece of foil on top and fold it over. Now, I had to prep my foils prior to doing this because this hair is quite long, but typically if your hair isn't this long, normal foils will work. Alright, let's see that again slowed down. I am going to be applying the violet at the base of the hair, then I'm going to be applying the wild orchid, and then I'll be applying the magenta. Now, as far as the rose pink that I used at the tips of the hair, I ended up just pulling the magenta through. Like, I had to literally go back and open every foil and pull the magenta through because it just wasn't going to show up the way that I wanted it to. My hair didn't lighten quite as light as I needed it to for that light pink to show up properly. So I just had to go ahead and stick with what I already had and just keep it moving. And sometimes you'll have to do that and you don't have to worry about it, because at the end, most likely it's going to turn out beautifully. Place your foil, fold it down, and cuff the ends. You definitely don't want any of this stuff to drip on your floors. Protect your floors, you guys, and your hands. This stuff will stain and you cannot get it out. Alright, here's the finished look. She's all foiled, and I let the dye sit on for about 45 minutes. I know you don't have to do it that long, but I think I got busy with Garrison, and yeah, life happens. So I'm simply going to keep her on her stand, and I have the stand extended from the stove to the sink, and I'm basically going to push all the foils out of the way, because this is very important. When you're rinsing this dye out, you do not want to pull the foils through. You want to delicately rinse each section, starting at the base, then work your way to the bottom. And you want to make sure you're rinsing in like a lukewarm to cool water, because this is a dye. The colder the water, you don't want it to be cold per se, but the cooler the water, the better for sealing the hair. And you notice I'm not letting that hair sit in the sink, and I am not stopping the rinse until it runs clear. I'm going to do this throughout the whole head. And yeah, you guys, I cannot believe how gorgeous this turned out. Look at that. You can see every section of coloring. It turned out so pretty, and this is it in natural daylight. So I basically let it air dry, and then I took a big barrel curling iron and I ended up curling it so you can really see the color. I am absolutely in love with this. I never thought that I could be a girl who would wear bright, bold, unnatural looking hair colors, and I have to say that this is awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye! This is your house.
It's yours, man.